The gravity trap. Why escaping poverty feels impossible and how to break free. Today, we're not talking about how to become rich. That's everywhere. That's easy content. We're talking about something much harder. Why it's so difficult to stop being poor. Because poverty isn't just about money. It behaves more like gravity. It pulls you down again and again and again.
The gravity problem. Imagine a rocket trying to leave Earth. It doesn't slowly drift into space. It must reach a very specific speed, or it falls back down. There's no almost made it. If it doesn't hit that threshold, it crashes. That's exactly how life feels for millions of people. You save a little, you try to move forward, then something hits. A hospital bill, rent increase, family emergency, and just like that, you're back where you started or worse. Not because you're lazy, but because you never reached escape speed.
The expensive life of being broke. Here's a harsh truth most people ignore. Being poor costs more money. When you don't have cash, you can't buy in bulk, you pay higher interest, you fix problems late when they're expensive. You're constantly paying penalties just to survive. Think of it like this. One person buys quality once. Another buys cheap over and over again. Over time, the second person spends more and still gets less value. That's not bad luck. That's a system effect.
The mental tax. Now it gets deeper. Poverty doesn't just drain your wallet, it drains your focus. When your mind is filled with, how will I pay this? What if this goes wrong? You stop thinking long term. You stop planning. You stop building. Your brain shifts into survival mode. And in survival mode, you don't make the best decisions, you make the fastest ones. That's how the cycle continues.
The survival loop. Here's the loop most people are stuck in. Low money equals stress. Stress equals rushed decisions. Bad decisions equals no progress. No progress equals low money. And it repeats endlessly. Not because people don't try, but because they're constantly reacting instead of building. The comfort trap. Let's be honest about something uncomfortable. When life feels hard, people look for relief. Sometimes that relief looks like buying something new, eating out, upgrading lifestyle, chasing quick happiness. And for a moment, it works. You feel better. You feel in control. But that feeling fades quickly, while the cost stays. So now you need another escape, and the cycle continues. This isn't stupidity. It's self-soothing under pressure. The comfort trap. Let's be honest about something uncomfortable. When life feels hard, people look for relief. Sometimes that relief looks like buying something new, eating out, upgrading lifestyle, chasing quick happiness. And for a moment, it works. You feel better. You feel in control. But that feeling fades quickly, while the cost stays. So now you need another escape, and the cycle continues. This isn't stupidity. It's self-soothing under pressure. The time for money trap. Most people are taught one formula. Work more equals earn more. But there's a problem. Time is limited. You only have 24 hours. So your income hits a ceiling while your expenses keep rising. This is why people feel stuck even when they work harder. They're climbing, but the ground beneath them is moving too. The skill shift. So what actually changes things? Not just more work, different value. Instead of doing one thing repeatedly, combine skills. Example, not just a worker who can sell. Not just a creator who understands marketing. When skills overlap, your value multiplies. And that's when income stops being tied only to time.
The environment effect. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Your environment shapes your results. If everyone around you thinks small, avoids risk, accepts struggle, that becomes normal to you. Not because you want it, but because it's what you see daily. Humans copy patterns, so if you want a different outcome, you need different inputs. That could mean books, videos, mentors online. You don't need to change your location immediately, but you must change what influences your mind.
The turning point. There are 3 stages to breaking out. 1. Stability. Stop the constant emergencies. Even a small backup changes everything. 2. Growth. Start building things that can increase in value over time. 3. Freedom. When what you've built begins to support you, not instantly, but gradually. That's when everything shifts. The exit is real. Let's be clear. The system isn't easy. The pressure is real. But the trap isn't permanent. Once you understand the pattern, you stop blaming yourself, and you start changing strategy. Because this isn't about working harder. It's about breaking the cycle. And once you break it, everything starts to move differently. If this changed how you see money and struggle, then you're already thinking differently. And that's where it starts.